at the entry point of Metic Sugio, down Kumo Undoru Square, stands as an indelible memory of Athens of another era, the Chapel of St. George. In an area where the neoclassical idiom of the city bowed down to the shapeless and massive buildings of the modern era, some tall and thin palm trees still resist delineating the site where this small church graces the now bustling Piraeus Avenue. It is with difficulty that the current visitor of the church can imagine now the composition from which Seth George emerged, when, that is, it supplemented the complex of the Hatsikonstas orphanage adorning its internal enclosure. According to photographs preserved, the drawings of the once majestic building belong to Ernest Ziller. With components referring to the Renaissance style, a feature of the complex was the enclosed courtyard of Florentine influence, in which the church was constructed in 1899 to 1901, a donation by Eleni Dimitriou, the wife of the grandson of Hatsikonstas. The style of the Church of St. George did not abide by the Italian Renaissance, despite the fact that the latter was the main source of inspiration for the style of the complex. Conversely, Ziller selected to attribute to the church a style of Romanesque architectural order with the Athenian atmosphere to some degree smoothing the strictness of the lines imposed by the Western Middle Ages. We have, according to Byris, the application of a Neo-Romanism with the parallel use of individual elements of Neo-Gothic character, but also some eclectic allusions. The church is two-columned and cross-formed, with the large dome constituting the dominant component. A feature of the church, but also of the corresponding architectural order, the bastion-type turrets and the imposing force arising from the walls with dressed stone. The impressive dome, at its external side, is adorned by a decorative festoon, while the four light and triple light windows, the pointed gables and pediments reflect Ziller's effort to initiate to Athens a Christian church of a new style. The interior decoration of the church was designed, originally, by Ziller himself. In fact, his drawings are kept at the National Gallery, but, eventually, the sole drawing which remained true to its inspirator is the one of the dome, the latter in fact being executed by Athanasios Kadris some decades following the construction of St. George. In our days, in the conch is depicted the Virgin Mary Platytera of Neo-Byzantine style. The Pantocrator adorns the depth of the imposing dome, and on the pendentives of the dome the four evangelists are depicted. The current wooden carved templon is also Neo-Byzantine, as also the icons adorning it. The visitor will discover the older icons of the first years of operation of the church on the walls of the transept nave. These are works of Western style and, unfortunately, of an unknown author. At the northern nave, there are to be found the Virgin and Child, Western Wall, and St. George, Eastern Wall. And at the southern nave, Jesus Christ, Eastern Wall, and St. John the Baptist, Western Wall. Among the icons crafted in 1901 are also the one of the St. George the New Martyr, the work of an unknown icon painter, with features referring to works by Sotirios Cartesios.